What's up, everybody? It's Saturday, start of the weekend. We got a full card, and I think I got some pretty good picks today. 3 of them to be exact. Let's check these out, guys. Make some money on this Saturday. Let's go. All right, first pick tonight. Coming in the game between Memphis and Atlanta. The Grizzlies are 1-point road favorites, 241.5 the total. Memphis on fire, guys. They've won 4 out of their last 5. They're 19-9 on the year, second place in the West. Have been playing some very good basketball. The last game, guys, a 51-point blowout win of the Golden State Warriors. That was a home game, though, where Memphis has been dominant, guys. They're 13-3 on the year. On the road, 6-6. 500 basketball, still pretty respectable. The best player, Memphis' best player, not going to be playing tonight. John Morant on the injury report, listed as out. The Atlanta Hawks, after going on a pretty good run, guys, they've lost 3 out of their last 4 games. Last one, an 8-point loss against the San Antonio Spurs. On the road. That was their first game after the semifinal game against Milwaukee in the play-in tournament, where we know they lost that game also by 8. So they're on a 2-game losing streak. The good news for Atlanta, looks like they're pretty healthy. Don't see nothing really going on the injury report. Onyeka Okongwu, there's a chance that he probably won't play tonight. He missed the last one as well against San Antonio. Trae Young is on the injury report, listed as questionable. I think he's going to play. I don't think anything is really going on with Trae here. Now, guys, in this ball game, I'm going to take Memphis. Memphis with the -1. They're the hot team. They're the better team. In the head-to-head matchup, they've beaten the Hawks in the last 2 on the road. And they also beat Atlanta, guys, when they were with the G League team last year. Remember, Memphis had a ton of injuries last year, and they still went into Atlanta and beat the Hawks. I'm going to take Memphis here, guys. I'm going to look for them to continue the hot streak. Grizzlies, first pick of the night. All right, next game, and probably my favorite pick of the night, guys. Utah in Brooklyn. The Nets, 2.5-point home favorites, 220.5 the total. Both teams snapped the 3-game losing streak. The Brooklyn Nets bounced back with a nice win in Toronto on the road, 101-94. And the Utah Jazz got a big road win in Detroit, 126-119. They actually got up by something like 29 points in the first quarter, and it looked like they were going to blow it, guys. Detroit made a run, came all the way back, but they managed to fend them off at the end. Hold on, 7-point win for Utah. Now, guys, for those of you that watch my videos, no, I'm not really a fan of the Brooklyn Nets. I know they've been playing decent so far this year. They are still in the playoff picture, 11-16 on the year. They're in 10th, half game above the Detroit Pistons. But, guys, that trade with Dennis Schroeder when they offloaded his contract, looks like they're going to be in tank mode, I think, going forward. Doesn't look like they're too interested in W's. And I don't know. I think that's probably going to be the first move of many going forward. And I'm not really a fan of the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not really a fan of the Utah Jazz either, especially on the road, guys. They don't play well, but they do have a full roster, and I think the roster is a lot better than Brooklyn's at the moment. So, guys, I'm going to take Utah here. I know they stink on the road, but the +2.5, I think it looks good. I'm going to take him here, +2.5. Also going to put some on the money line. I think Utah is going to get the job here. My favorite play of the day, guys, Utah, +2.5. All right, third pick tonight, Detroit in Phoenix taking on the Suns. Suns 6-point home favorites, 225 the total. The Detroit Pistons, 2 wins in their last 5. They're coming off a very bad home loss to the Utah Jazz, 126-119. I just talked about that game a little while ago. They got down by 29 the first quarter, made a run, came back, but at the end could not make the complete turnaround and get the W. They ended up losing that by 7. On the year, guys, the Detroit Pistons, half game out of the 10th place, 11-17, having a pretty good year so far, guys. 6-9 on the road, not bad for Detroit. They're going to be getting Jaden Ivey back. He's listed as probable. So they're almost at full strength. Isaiah Stewart, Big Stew, Beef Stew actually is what they call him. He's the only player out for Detroit. The Phoenix Suns, they got 2 wins in their last 5. They got a 2-game winning streak snapped, last one in 9-point loss at home to the Indiana Pacers. Bad loss for Phoenix, a team that is a nightmare against the spread, guys. They're not doing too well overall. I think they might even be the worst team in the league. 9-17 against the number. Definitely not good for Phoenix. Just 4-10 at home. They don't cover too many spreads. So if you want to bet on Phoenix, guys, you got to pick your spots. And to be honest, I think tonight is a good spot to bet on Phoenix. I know they're going to be playing without Devin Booker. He pulled a hammy in that game against Indiana. But if you look at the head-to-head matchup, guys, Phoenix has beaten the Utah Jazz 7 straight times, which means they definitely have their number. And plus, guys, that loss at home, Detroit did not look very good. I'm gonna take Phoenix here with the -6, and it's gonna be my third play of the night. Phoenix -6, guys. We're gonna be going with here in this game. So 3 picks for tonight, guys. I'm liking the Memphis Grizzlies at home, the Utah Jazz on the road. My favorite bet of the night, Utah. And I'm also liking the Phoenix Suns, even though I know they're in an ATS nightmare. I think this is a good spot for them to get a decisive big win against the Detroit Pistons. They have beaten them 7 straight times. I like this pick as well. Now, guys, the rest of the games, the injury report is still pretty active. I do have a few leans. I am leaning towards a play with Sacramento. I know they lost to the Lakers just a couple of nights ago. But I think Sacramento can bounce back in a W here. I'm also liking the Miami Heat. I don't know Orlando. I know they're great against the number at home, but without Banchero and Wagner, they are a different team. Miami knows second night of back-to-back. They probably be without Jimmy Butler, but I kind of like Miami there. I'm also looking at the Celtics on the road to get a revenge on Chicago. They just lost to the Bulls in Boston a couple nights ago. The coach got fined. Players had a lot of complaints about the refereeing. So I think Boston will really want this game. And what else am I looking at? I'm also looking at the Blazers on the road. They got a really nice win against Denver. That could build some confidence. San Antonio has been great at home, but 7 points does look like a bit too many. I'm also looking at a play also possibly on Portland. And Milwaukee, they're also on a second night of back-to-back against Washington. I'm thinking of laying the 11.5 with Milwaukee. But my 3 picks for tonight, guys, my 3 picks are Memphis with the -1, Utah plus 2.5, my best bet of the night, and also the Phoenix Suns. Now, if I need to add more, I will do that as a pinned comment down in the video about an hour before tip-off when we get the final word on the injury report, and also on my X at Pick'emNBA Bets. And with that, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. I wish you all good luck on your plays, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good one. Later.